Hey YouTube, it's Theata here, and I'm going to show you another replay. This one will be a mirror match on trrillk. Like the title says, it is an 8-gate early expand. This will be slightly different from what I normally play. I do not normally early expand and go into an 8-gate. However, on this map I generally like to do that sometimes, just for the fun and see what can happen. But let's start this off at 4 speed, just because it's mining. No one likes to watch mining. How boring, how boring. There goes the good luck, have fun, and the I'm Old Greg from our team. And there is the welcome to Vagina map, because if you had ever noticed this part in the centre here, when you look at the mini-map, it looks like, well, as it was pointed out, a giant vagina. Expanding here for me, because I'm here, we worked out as a team that whoever gets the bottom base gets the internal, and whoever gets here gets the external. It's not a very nice map for having to have one internal and one external, but a bit nasty, but they do compensate by having a gold down here. Pumping out probes and having my second gas come up at approximately the right time. This was done a lot better than the previous video. Depending on which order you watch them, or if you haven't watched them at all. Gates are almost 3 gates are started and 2 are done just when the cybernetics course starts its research. Slow this down even more slightly, and let's go up to the Terran base. He's just going to put a supply depot down at the back door, and a second one, because he obviously was a bit supply blocked nearly. Yes, probably was. We always like to see what's happening at our back doors, just so we don't get rushed or backdoor entranced, because we do it sometimes and we know how annoying it is to get there. He's going to go and play a little bit of a trick on the opponents now. He's going to send his two marines down to their back door, and he's just going to start shooting away at them. They're going to notice this, and they're going to station all their army there, and they're going to leave their front door open. Not that we're going to do anything there, but just break them down just for later. There's my expansion going down. I think that was around the 6-minute mark, maybe. Let's have a look at the time on it. 6.5 minute mark it went down at. Constantly sending more probes out. Let's have a look at the APM. It shouldn't be too high because it's an early game. Old Greg obviously isn't actually doing much at all. Income, 28 harvests for me, and I haven't got anything here. So there you go, there's my 30th one, and there's 29 at this one, and I actually produced the 30th there, which is quite good. I've already got my sentries and my stalkers coming out nice and steadily here. There's another stalker to add to that. I think I send one stalker down to the extractable rocks. I think a scan went down sometime before that. Yes, a scan went down just before, and we saw it there. DT Shrine. Having a look at the video, from what we can see, there's the DT Shrine, so I put down that robo. From looking at everyone, we can tell there are 2 DTs up here that are going to come and kill this army. Well, this little decoy army here. There's a proxy pylon by Jackal here, which was never actually even noticed, and a mass zealot army moving up. Those DTs will actually kill off that marine before he sees anything else. No, he did not see anything. My second economy is not really booted up yet, and I have control hotkeyed both of those to the one group, just so that I can chrono boost everything, and I have 2 Nexi connected for chrono boosting. There's the robotics facility pumping out observers, so we can see those horrible little DTs before they can do any damage. Getting more once they have observers is practically useless, I will add. There goes the chrono boost on it, just to get more out. More sentries, because I seem to be in love with them at the moment. Fairly good mix of sentry to stalker mix. It's actually just slightly heavier on the stalkers, if not, yes, just one slightly ahead. And there's their army. We can even see the DTs moving around up there, and I force shield them to stop them from doing too much damage to it, and coming in completely, because we weren't quite ready. My gates are now ready to go. Just those 4 at the moment still. Second observer coming in. I've put down a few more pylons to de-supply block me. And here's what I'm doing now. I tried to skewer their army in half, but I got lagged out, so I did stop making annoying little mistake force fields. And there goes Old Greg's army to the front, and there's scissoring the army slightly, not perfectly, but it stops them from retreating. Did scissor that army fairly well, got most of it because they started retreating and didn't shoot. We got rid of that DT that was in there. He didn't do any damage apart from 1 missile turret and got killed from the shell explosion next to him. I have 49 workers, which is actually fairly good. Old Greg there is just walking out like an imbecile and not quite looking where he's going, scissoring those zealots in half so they can't do anything. There goes a DT before it doesn't do any damage at all. They had a tank there and I was pissed with that. So I just came in and I went straight up for the tanks. Tried to get Old Greg to help me, but he didn't exactly do anything. He just sort of went up into the corner and hid like a little recluse. By the time he got down here, he said, "What army was there you wanted me to kill?" And I said, "Never mind, got it." I still haven't made my extra 8 gates yet, which is a little... extra 4 gates, extra 8 gates would be a little excessive. Still haven't quite done that yet, but I will shortly once I get this gas populated. Where am I looking? Yes, I'm going to put the 4 gates down now. I decided I didn't want them, I wanted them perfectly spaced. I'm pretty OC about that. And there is my gas starting up now, and I will do that for the second gas mine there. Putting in a couple of pylons so I can just warp in reinforcements wherever I need it. Maybe put a couple of cannons behind the mineral line, and we've got some here just so they can't warp in DTs into the back mineral line. I told Old Greg to take the army and go for a walk, so he did. He took it down to the tower so we could see if they were coming out anywhere. I started getting my upgrades. I've already got my weapons 1, and I've got my council going down so I can get level 2. There goes 4 more stalkers. Not quite sure why I didn't just wait for these and pump them out here. Probably because I didn't want to wait. Here's my 4 other gates starting up. Now once you get an 8 gate, it's actually quite potent, purely because you can get in twice as many as a 4 gate. So you can just stomp them, especially if you've got a double economy to back it up, which I do have. 63, I've actually overpopulated on workers this game, which is, in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad, but I think I stop at 64, maybe? Yes, I do. I think I stop at 64. And there's my 8 gate working now. All 8 of the gates there. Got a robo just in case we need to pump out a couple more observers, but I think we have 2 following our army, which makes it pretty safe. 2 proxy pylons here. 1 in case they take that one out, and I still have a backup pylon back here that they may not see. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I generally I tend to put on a flat surface map like this 2 to 3 proxy pylons, so I get a nice big area that I can put reinforcements in via. Looking back at the base just for a second, full saturation there, and here. Running out of minerals, I should actually probably go up here and expand, which I would do if the game kept going any longer, but I think I left this to run out because I had a good feeling that the game wasn't going to last much longer. Blink coming at the Twilight Council, and the Forge is researching my level 1 ground armor. I stopped chrono boosting at this point because I am too busy microing, because I do the combined micro for the Terran and TOS army, so for both of them I will micro both. Helps out with gameplay quite a bit. For this game I don't really think I needed to do much better. I thought I did quite well myself. I could probably use Guardian Shield a bit more, and maybe a few more force fields. There should be a scan coming down at the front door and one at the back sometime soon. Maybe it's already gone down and I haven't noticed. I don't remember. Probably already gone down from the look of that. And in I go. Decide to just take out that tank and go through, take a couple of those supply depots down so I can just walk in. I didn't really do very well. There we go, I'm moving it forward so I can attack more units. Tank coming to back me up. There's my 8-gate warping and reinforcements. And cloaked banshees, pretty useless because I carry 2 observers with me. Once you do one cloaked start thing, any more cloaked units aren't going to work. And this is where it's GG, that you can't stop that army once you've got this much in. Take out that DT shrine just for convenience and peace of mind, really. There goes one. I GG because one of them is left. I feel that if they don't want to GG, that's fine. I'll just GG after they leave because it was a good game, and if they don't want to acknowledge that, that's fine. I will though. Jackal left, and that was game over. Quite a fun game in my opinion. I would like to see more of these sort of games going down, and I do enjoy my extra early expand with the extra 4 gates turning into an 8-gate. Only thing I'd like to have improved on in this game was getting those extra 4 gates a little bit earlier and turning them into warp gates a little bit earlier, and maybe mineral count, reducing that a bit, because that is very, very, very high, very, very high. As you can see, my income was quite high, 1040 and 464 gas versus the enemies and even Old Greg here. 25 for this top Protoss, and he even has an expansion. Looking at the Everyone tab, everyone has expansions. I have the most saturation, and even if we go back a little bit into the game, just to before we attack, let's keep that paused, and I've got 59. I think I should go a little bit further forward just so that we're not... There we go. I've hit 64, and this is basically where we plateau out at. This one here, trrillk, I believe, has not saturated very well his expansion, which means he is not getting much income as a result. His main is pretty saturated, not heavy enough though, because at this time mine's almost mined out, so is his, and he actually has mules to help him take it out. The Protoss is very bad. Jackal, that is very, very poor saturation. There's only, let's see, I can probably count that in my head, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 probes mining there. That is half what you should have. There is only 3 down there. He has very minimal 20 workforce, which is contributing to him having less than half of my income in both fields. And that's what full saturation on 2 bases can do. 1600 minerals and 464 gas. Very, very powerful, very big income. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the battlefield next time.